Hello, this is the Radio Geek, and today for you I have a pocket transistor radio from probably the mid-1960s. It's a Westinghouse, model number H-902P6 GPA. Now that one rolls off your tongue, real memorable too, right? Anyway, I recently acquired this at a ham fest, and I thought it was a pretty neat little radio, so I thought I'd make a little video and show you a little bit about it. It came with this leather case, and it's got a I guess wrist strap, and it's got a snap here. You can unsnap it and remove the wrist strap off of the radio. The wrist strap is actually in decent shape for its age, and the stitching on it is pretty good. It's not falling apart yet. And it says Taiwan here in the back. You've got your tuning wheel on the side here for your AM reception, and up here at the top it has the volume control. Now let's remove this guy's little jacket here and show you what it looks like. It fits in here a little tight. There we go. Now unfortunately it does have some pretty good dents here in the grill, but other than that it doesn't have any chips or anything. It's in pretty good shape. And one of the things I really liked about it, there's the headphone jack there, is the color. Now I don't know if this is showing up on camera or not, but if you get it in the right light, particularly sunlight, it's actually really dark blue, and it's called charcoal blue, and it's really a pretty blue color. I really like it. In the darker light it does kind of look more of a black, so depending on how this is coming out on camera you may or may not be able to detect that, but I thought that was a pretty neat color. I'll just open the back here for you and let you take a look. It says 6 transistor here in the back as well, so it has 6 transistors, and it just opens up with a little coin. Let's look at the labels here. It has the serial number there, and I don't know if that's anything that you can decode a year on or not. I don't know. And then it just says Westinghouse, and we have the Westinghouse logo and the model H-902P6 GPA, and it says charcoal blue, Westinghouse Electric Corp, Portable Products Division, Edison, New Jersey. And that's all it says. And I really couldn't find too much information about it online. I saw some other photos and whatnot, but not a whole lot of information. I suspect it's from the mid-60s. Inside the radio you can see it has a pretty good size ferry bar antenna up here at the top, and then we have our 6 transistors here, which I think are 2 here, 2 here, and 1 here, and 1 down here, I believe, and they're the metal can type. And this one here, you can kind of see a little bit of writing on it, and it looks like it says TEN and then some numbers that look like it ends in like B33 or something. There's something in front of that, but I can't read it because it's got all this other componentry around it, and the other ones are just happen to be spun in such a way that you can't read anything on them, so I'm not quite sure which transistors are in this radio. I thought maybe I could figure out what year it was if I could get a good idea of that, but couldn't really read them. So we'll put the lid back on here and we'll give it a little band scan and see what it sounds like. It's about 7:30 in the evening here, so probably won't pick up anything really DX, but I've played with it a little bit at night, and it does perform pretty well. So we'll turn it on here. And we're way here down here at the bottom of the band right now. And I'm not sure what that clicking, popping noise is. It must be something interfering here, but hopefully that won't be too distracting. It's way at the bottom of the band. I don't know what that is.
If you see an elected official in a restaurant, I don't think that's okay. But look, David Jolly is saying it's okay. That's public, as far as he's concerned. That's part of the job. Our elected officials have to deal with that. Let me go to... shots on goal in that game against the Minnesota Wild. They're a hard-working team, but again, I look at that third and fourth line, and once you see it on the paper, they're going to have problems. I thought maybe they could make...
It's 650.
On yourself personally, we just didn't want to disappoint. So we would go out that next week and make sure that we had the best practice we could have. I know that sounds cliche, but you got to go out there and you can't have any mental errors. You got to be perfect in your fits on kickoff coverage.
It's probably 670 to score.
You got to be perfect in your recognition on punt.
We'll welcome all of you into our show pool.
You didn't, actually.
No, we didn't. I know. It sounded funny even saying it.
Yeah. No, you didn't. No, yes, I did. No, I didn't. So but we've got our thing down, and then I went and bought a bunch of tickets for myself. So if I win, it's going to be those are different things.
Looking for a new Toyota? BeachMontToyota.com. We have a great selection of new and used cars, trucks, and SUVs. We have state-of-the-art facilities, a professional sales staff, and all new Beachmont Toyotas come with a Life Care Plus protection plan. The newest and fastest way to purchase your new Toyota is at BeachmontToyota.com. Visit Beachmont Toyota at 8667 Beachmont Avenue or at BeachmontToyota.com today for all the details.
WLW.
The seven of us, which one is it going to be? One of them will,
WGN there probably.
A lottery winner thing.
Decades. With us, a team of specialists accelerates your child's progress and extends beyond initial treatment, because that's key to long-term success and enjoying life again. We're proud that in 2017, we earned a 95% family satisfaction rate for our addiction recovery program. Rosecrans offers more than 7 Chicagoland locations and accepts most insurance plans. Learn more at rosecrans.org. That's rosecrans.org.
7 degrees of news time, 6:45. We're searching for a door.
What we see. When you're talking about this kind of behavior that involves millions,
10 or more rebounds through their first 250 games, and he joined Shaquille O'Neal as the only player in league history scored 4.
they need a tank.
They need that supposedly.
Well, you just barely have to move it and you pick up the next station.
Have you seen that they did in Detroit? So like you say, the impact of engaging and empowering.
All for you. Sounds CBS Evening News. How a whitewater rafting trip turned deadly.
WBZ News Time 7:46.
Oh, WBZ.
Others of New England, all-wheel drive traffic on the 3s.
Looking at the expressway southbound, we're seeing a few brake lights between Mass Ave and Columbia Road, and through the Braintree split altogether, just about a 15-minute trip top to bottom. On Monday, this is Simon Coleman Show.
Every day he's all over the top issues in Iowa. Simon Conway,
WHO.
Radio 1040, WHO. You know?
When like
They morphed Kevin Love from the early Kevin Love from today. Script Kevin Love? Or do you like the name?
guaranteed to get in, so nothing can come between you and heart-pounding action on the ice, in the stands, on the edge of your seat, cheering for the win with your fellow Blues fans. Your seats are guaranteed with Ticketmaster verified tickets at Ticketmaster.com/NHL.
Inside the train testing facility, our heating and cooling products are put through 16 weeks of extreme. All right, our friends at Dollar Shave Club, they deliver every single thing you need to look, feel, and smell your best, and they keep you fully stocked on the front.
And obviously, you can hit them above the waist too high. It's giving more opportunities to the quarterbacks, and these guys are playing at a high level. Obviously, you can't hit them above the waist too high. It's giving more opportunities to the quarterbacks, and these guys are playing at a high level.
A little delay between those two stations.
You're back on track. Red Sox or Dodgers in the World Series.
Well, he picks her up, you know, because it's a kind of a strong thing right now. But that's okay. I'll take.
Soft and healthy looking. Experience beautiful, multi-dimensional, ammonia-free, salon-quality color.
Shut down, makes them apparent. Slow down.
Take 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 people with you, or you need to make sure they vote. But this is your future. This is your future. And I'm talking to all people.
Get out of my truck.
Well, there you go. Sometimes that's how it works. Can we play a flag to this fabulous session?
And that's another mind-boggling edition of Green Flag, Black Flag, presented by Advance Auto Parts. Pick your oil change bundled, including selected oil filters, now at Advance. Think ahead. Think Advance. It's tailgate season, and before you make that road trip to support your favorite team, think ahead and change your vehicle's motor oil. Stop by Advance Auto Parts now through October 24th and select one of our Freedom.
Anyway, that's a quick band scan here of the Westinghouse. It picked up quite a few stations. It's just amazing how these older radios are really pretty decent performers. And I don't know where this fit on the scale of pocket radios. It seems like it's probably one of the more expensive ones, perhaps, because of the all the chrome and just the weight. It's really weighty. It's really a heavy little guy for its size. I got one other thing to show you here about the radio. You can see the middle position's got a white mark there, and that means you can hear it click. Now it's off, and there's kind of a flaw, is that when you put it back in the case, when you have it off, and I don't know if it's always been this way, but it's fit so kind of tight that when you slide it in there, I don't know if you heard that click or not, but it just turned the radio on, but you can't hear anything. It's really low volume. So when you slide it back in the case, that wheel got spun and it got turned on. So when you put this back in its case, you got to make sure that it's really off. Otherwise, it's just going to sit and drain its battery over time. But all in all, it's a nice looking little radio, and it's really attractive with the case. It's just a shame it has the dents in it, but the plastic is in good shape, and it sounds good, and it seems to perform well too. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little tour of the Westinghouse Model H902 P6 GPA. Until next time, this is the Radio Geek.